If your Big Bear cabin has been on the market for weeks, maybe longer, and the showings have slowed to a trickle, I need you to hear this. It is almost never bad luck, and it is almost never the market. It is one of 5 specific fixable mistakes. I list and sell property up here every single week, and when a cabin sits, I can usually tell you exactly why within about 10 minutes of pulling it up. It's rarely a mystery. It's a pattern, and I've seen it play out hundreds of times. So by the end of this video, you're going to know all 5 mistakes. You're going to know which one is the most likely yours, and you're going to know how to fix it before you drop your price another dime. Because here's the truth that nobody wants to tell you. Most sitting homes don't need a price cut. They need a correction to the thing that's actually broken. I've worked this mountain for years. Moonridge, Fawnskin, Sugarloaf, Boulder Bay, the lakefront, all of it. And I see these listings up close, the ones that fly and the ones that sit. And I'll tell you what I've learned. The difference between the two is almost never the cabin itself. It's the strategy behind it. A great cabin with a bad plan will sit. An average cabin with a smart plan sells. Walk through where these plans can go wrong. One mistake at a time. Mistake number 1, and it's a big one. You price to last year's peak. Here's exactly how this happens, because it's rarely greed, it's memory. Your neighbor sold at the top of the market a couple of years ago. That number has then lodged itself in your head, and now it's your anchor. Every time you think about your cabin's value, you're measuring against that high watermark. But the buyer looking at your home today has no idea what your neighbor got, and frankly, they don't even care. They are comparing your cabin to what's active right now and what actually closed in the last 90 days. That's their whole world. So when you to a market that has already moved, you don't look like a deal. You look like an overpriced cabin everyone else is going to scroll right past. And it gets worse because a lot of sellers do this on purpose. They tell me, let's list high, we can always come down. Let's leave room to negotiate. I understand the instinct, but that instinct costs people real money up here. Let me show you why. Say the market truly supports your cabin at $500,000 and you decide to test $540,000 just to see. The buyers shopping in the 500 range, your most likely buyers, the ones ready to write, never even see you because their search cap's below your number. The buyers above 540 look at your cabin compared to the nicer ones in their range and they pass. So you sit. 3 weeks go by, you cut to 525, and now you're a price reduction, which quietly signals weakness. You sit more, you cut to 500, and 4 months in, you finally sell, often for less than the $500,000 that you could have had on day 1, because now the buyer smells blood and negotiates you down. That's how leaving room to negotiate turns into leaving money on the table. The fix isn't a fire sale, it's pricing to the buyer who exists today right from day 1 when your listing has the most eyes on it and the most momentum it will ever have. Mistake number 2, you're fighting the comps instead of using them. When I price a Big Bear cabin, I don't guess and I don't go off of what a website's automated estimate tells you what it's worth, because those tools don't know your street, your slope, your view, or your condition. Here's what I do. I pull the sold comps, homes that truly close, and I run price per square foot against the ones that genuinely match yours. Same area, same character, same condition, same kind of lot. That per square foot number tells the truth even when nobody wants to hear it. And here's the distinction that trips up almost every seller. An asking price is just an opinion, but a closed price is a fact. I sit with sellers all the time who say, well, the cabin down the street is listed at $650,000, and I have to gently point out that it's been listed for 4 months unsold, which tells you exactly what the market thinks of $650,000. We don't price off of opinions. We price off of facts. And if your list price is sitting well above what comparable properties are actually closing at price per square foot, the market already knows, even if you're not ready to. The comps aren't your enemy. They're your roadmap, and they will tell you precisely where to stand to get sold. Mistake number 3, and this one is quietly costing you the most. Your online first impression is failing the down the hill buyer. Here's something people people up here forget about. Most of your buyers are not standing in Big Bear Lake when they find your home. They're on a couch in Orange County or Riverside or San Diego scrolling a phone, and they are deciding in about 3 seconds whether to tap your listing or keep going. 3 seconds. That's your whole audition. If your lead photo is dark or shot on a phone or taken on a gray day with a bare brown yard, you have already lost them. And the brutal part is that they will never tell you. They don't send feedback. They just scroll on and you never know that they were there. So the photography up here is not nice to have. It is the entire ball game. You want bright, professional photos that show the cabin at its warmest and best. And you want a photographer who knows how to shoot a mountain property. And you want video because a buyer 3 hours away wants to feel what it's like to walk through that front door before they burn a Saturday driving up here. When your online presentation is strong, the showings come. When it's weak, the phone just stays silent and you blame the market for something that the camera actually caused. Mistake number 4, you listed against the season. Big Bear is a seasonal market in a way that most places simply aren't, and your buyer moves with the mountain. They fall in love with the idea of owning up here when the snow is falling, and they're thinking about Snow Summit and Cocoa by the Fire. And then again in the summer when they're on the lake and they never want to leave. Those are your 2 big emotional waves. Think about what happens when your photos work against that feeling. If a buyer is dreaming about a snowy escape in the dead of winter and your listing shows a dry, brown, leafless yard, you're fighting the exact emotion that makes someone want to buy in the first place. You want your presentation to match the fantasy that the buyer is already having. Now, I want to be clear because this cuts both ways. A well-priced, well-presented cabin sells in any season, and a badly will sit through the best season of the year. Timing is a tailwind, not a strategy. Don't wait 6 months for the perfect moment if you're ready to sell now. But if you do have flexibility, leaning into the seasons when buyers are physically up here and emotional about this place is real free advantage. So use it. Mistake number 5, you're ignoring half of your buyer pool. This one is specific to Big Bear and it's a big deal. A huge slice of people buying up here are not just buying a weekend getaway. They're buying an income property, a cabin that pays for itself between family visits. So if your listing says nothing about short-term rental potential and it doesn't speak to where things actually stand with the licensing and the ordinance, you have made yourself invisible to every investor scrolling past. And that's a lot of buyers to hide from. The investor needs to see the story, what the cabin could reasonably bring, whether there's rental history, what the permit path looks like. So let's bring it home. If your cabin is sitting, go back through those 5 and be honest with yourself, because I promise you at least one of them is the culprit. And often it's 2 or 3 kind of stacked together. A market that's gone. You're arguing with the comps instead of listening to them. Your photos are losing the buyer in 3 seconds. Your presentation is fighting the season instead of riding it. You're telling half of the buyers without meaning to that this cabin isn't for them. Every one of those is fixable and none of them requires you to give away your home. And if you want a straight, honest answer on exactly why your specific cabin hasn't sold and what to do about it, that is the whole reason I do this. The best place to start, buyinbigbearlake.com. Head over, tell me a little bit about your cabin and your situation, and we'll take it from there. I'll walk through your property, show you what's actually selling and for how much, and give you a real read on where you stand. No pressure, no sales pitch, just the truth from someone who actually worked in this mountain every single week. Because you deserve to make this decision with the full picture, not a guess. A cabin that sits isn't a verdict home. It's feedback, and that feedback is fixable. Get the price honest, get the presentation right, ride the season instead of fighting it, and speak to every single buyer who might want it. And this market will show up for you. Thank you for spending a little time with me today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.